What is going on, everybody, in the Epiko Regal world? And that is right. Today, I'm going to be going over a little bit of an update that we've got and some discussions that's been going on in the Discord that I want to give my thoughts and opinions on. So before we get into that, let's go over these updates. So we had an Akomi monthly update, May 2022. And it says May was certainly a spicy month as we announced Epiko Regal as the first to play earn gaming. Utilizing the OMI token, staking was offered for the first time thanks to a Sundex earn. On top of that, we rolled out a new augmented reality feature for Vivi, released the Mighty God of Thunder, celebrate the start of Season 4, and of course, dropped a little brand some of you may have heard, Star Wars. Play to earn it with Epiko Regal. Epiko Regal is a tower defense game imbued with augmented reality features that introduce 1,000-year-old legends and ancient superheroes of the East to fans around the world through gameplay, digital motion comics, NFTs, and in-app competitions. OMI token holders will soon be able to bridge their tokens on Polygon to use on Epiko Regal NFT Marketplace for a range of benefits and utilities, including purchasing NFTs, accessing in-game items, collectibles, and exclusive access to Epiko token packages and NFTs, or hero NFTs. Testing utilizing the Epiko Marketplace also contributes to the pool of OMI to be won on Epiko play-to-earn mechanic whitelist, also contributing to token burns from circulating supply. Now, that's kind of why a lot of us are here, is because of the OMI token and the burn and how that's going to play out. And we're going to get into that a little bit more where they talk about it in the white paper. I'm going to give my thoughts on that as well and see if we can get a little bit more clarity on some things. The public launch of Epiko Marketplace is currently slated for the end of June, and in the meantime, gamers and fans alike can download the game now to begin building their ideal decks versus other players and build skills it takes to bring home the OMI pot prize in the tournaments and super leagues. If you haven't seen it yet, you can also check out the details in Epiko white paper here, where you can click the link, or listen back to the first AMA between Akomi and Epiko to hear the team discuss this integration and partnership. While you're at it, you can always reach out directly to Venkatesh and the team with your ideas and feedback to help shape this fun and addicting experience. So that was just a little quick clip that they were shouting at Epiko Regal on the Akomi AMA update, on the Medium article, and I thought that was kind of neat. Just wanted to throw that in there. And they also tweeted Season 2 NFT winners criteria. Another month, another season. Hey, Epiko fam. Another Epiko Regal season has ended with the end of May month, and we are bringing you a surprise with it. In Season 1, we had 3 events which Epiko community has earned exclusive NFTs for the top 5 players in the Epiko Regal leaderboard, a scavenger egg hunt, and Discord level up airdrop. So basically, the first couple people that hit level 15 in the Discord got an airdrop, and I think 5 people that hit level 10 got a NFT airdrop as well. The egg hunt was a simple picture where they had 5 different eggs, and if you found them, you submitted it, and the first 5 people to get it won. And then the leaderboard of the top 5 players, well, that's kind of self-explanatory right there, isn't it? So, top 5 players got an NFT, which was pretty sweet. I was one of them in Season 1. Season 2, the players will be getting NFTs for being the top 5 players in the Epiko Regal leaderboard. So, that's the same thing that they did last season, but where they changed it up this time is one random player from each top 5 kingdoms in Epiko Regal. So, that's pretty cool. I like how they're doing the random aspect. It's not just rewarding the people that just put in millions of hours of playing the game, which it should be, but it's nice to see them reaching out to randomize, giving out some NFTs to some of those people that are just playing the game. And if you're in the top 5 kingdom, odds are you're pretty active. Otherwise, they're going to get rid of your butt right out the door. So I like that. That was one thing that was submitted on Discord, I believe, from the community, and they integrated that. So that's one thing that I always say is just because this is what the rules are right now does not mean that it's going to stay that way. So please give, that feedback to them. Just be nice. Don't tell them what to do. Just give good suggestions, and odds are they'll probably make it into the culture and game, and we will see where it goes. 2 giveaways and 1 airdrop. So that's pretty nice to see that they're going to be doing these, and they just keep adding on to how they're going to be doing this later on. Now, here is the reason why I'm making this video right here, because there's a little bit of controversy in the Discord and what's going on. And I see both sides of this, but I want to give my opinions on it, and I'll do that here in a little bit after I read some of the key things people were saying in the Discord. Please note that we are initiating a 3 months cooling period for NFT winners, where any NFT winner from our events won't be able to win another NFT for the next 3 months. And one member could only win or claim 1 NFT from all events in a season. So I get when you've got multiple challenges for people to do, you don't want everybody to take all the prize. You want to kind of spread it out, and I get that part. But the 1 NFT per 3 months, well, we'll get into that here in a minute. I'll go ahead and finish this out. What are Epiko Regal seasons? Seasons are the fresh start to climbing up on the leaderboard and have a chance to win exclusive NFTs from the monthly events. Each season starts out on the first day of every month when players' cups are reduced at 12 a.m. IST. This system is set to make it more fun and challenging for all players. At the end of each season, players lose a certain percentage of their cuts depending on which rarity they fall in. And this was just a small little update from them. There's more to come, and we'll go ahead and jump into the Twitter Spaces. Scroll through here and see what's been popping up. Hello K says, I'll be exhibiting at Crypto Expo Asia 2022 in Singapore this month. Catch me sporting one of these tees. Haha. I'll see if someone at Epiko Regal exhibition matches and potential prizes can be arranged with Venkatesh WSS. So that's pretty neat, where he'll be wearing this shirt. You can download the game, play him, and hopefully be doing some prize giveaways and all that kind of good stuff. So if you see Hello K, be sure to challenge him. Let us know in the Discord if you took him out and all that good stuff. Here is Happy Pride Month, everyone. Let's celebrate diversity in all of us as its beautiful forms. We are born free and equal. And I think that's kind of all the update that they have given us lately. And yeah, that looks like that's it. Just the last thing, which I covered in the last video, where they're coming up with a new couple of stadiums so we can battle on and all that good stuff. One thing, I just scroll down, that I wanted to go over right quick, see if I can find it right quick, is they talked about how they updated in the white paper. Where is it at? Okay, well, it's in here somewhere. They talked about in the white paper where they updated the play to earn, and I kind of wanted to go over that, and it looks like they updated this part of it, where minimum cups required, value of Epiko NFTs and USD over the span of 5 years, 30,000. So I'm not sure how they're coming up with these numbers and what percentage that is and how it's going to be, but they seem to think it's going to be that. Or wait a minute. Minimum cups required 50,000 plus 5,000. So I don't get that unless they're just giving out a minimum amount of NFTs, but more of the Epiko token. So maybe they could break that down a little bit more, because I don't quite understand it. We'll go ahead and read this right quick. Epiko Regal application allows the community to play games in Epiko Regal universe. This will allow them to earn titles and ranks with the ecosystem. Players will be rewarded with Epiko NFTs and tokens for extraordinary performances in the Epiko games. The goal of this model is to allow users to have fun and earn while investing their time in playing. In the next 5 years, NFTs worth 200,000 USD and 10% of the Epiko tokens will be issued in this program will be distributed to players who attain certain ranks and cups while playing. The mechanism of bi-monthly allocations can be understood in this table. So this right here is where it's kind of contradicting to me, where they're only going to be able to give out 1 NFT to a player every 3 months, where here it said will be distributed to players who attain certain ranks and cups while playing. So if you're attaining those, you're going to have to do it for 3 months. I don't know. It seems kind of messed up. But the bi-monthly is where they're going to reward these people. We'll have to see more how this is going to play out. We want players to benefit when becoming a part of Epiko's community. The program is designed to recognize those who are willing to invest their time and skills with Epiko Regal games, further creating a sense of belonging and retaining the excitement amongst the community. The intention is to launch this program bi-monthly, where select NFTs and tokens are released for players to acquire. Players who play the game on a regular basis will enhance their gaming skills over time and benefit before the program is relaunched in 2 months. More games will be added on Epiko Regal ecosystem to expand our portfolio within the system, thus assisting it to become the leading gaming community around the globe. And here's where they talk about the Epiko token, how it's all going to be broke down. So I don't really see where this is a update to explain to everybody how in the world you will be able to own OMI other than through tournaments. So we do know that so far is right now. I think the biggest question for everybody is, how do we earn the OMI? We need to know, is this going to be tournament based only? I think that's the big question on everybody's mind that we need answered to get that clarity, because right now there's a lot of uncertainty on how this is going to be done. And a lot of people are saying, if it's only tournament driven, then that means the top 5, top 10, top 20 players are going to be the only ones, and it's going to be a well game. And a lot of people are getting discouraged because there's not really a way, or it's not really clear on how the OMI is going to be made. So we're going to need a little bit more of a breakdown other than this. Let's get the crayons out for me and everybody else out there, how this is going to be accomplished and how we are going to be able to earn OMI in this culture system that we're in the Epiko world. Now, we do know that they're going to be having an Epiko verse, and they're already working on that, and that's going to be pretty cool. So, like I said, this is evolving. Right now, this is just early stages. So, before you can run, you got to walk. Before you can walk, you got to crawl. So I feel like right now, the tournaments is the crawling phase of this. So we need to dig in a little bit more deeper into the team, see if we can find out what the walking is. And then the long game, where are we at 3 years from now? Where are we at 5 years from now? Instead of right now. We know tournaments is it, but where are we going long term? Just because you say this is what we're looking at now doesn't mean it can't evolve and change later on, but a lot of questions are not being answered within the community of how we can earn OMI. Now, the flip side is, maybe it is just tournaments. Maybe it is just the super tournaments. And if that's the case, let us know, because a lot of people are in here thinking there's going to be other ways. We're going to be able to pop chests and get OMI. I don't know. But let us know what your plan is, what the long-term goal is, and how we're going to be able to own this, earn this OMI, and the Epiko token, because that's why a lot of us are here. We do like the game, we do enjoy it, but it's what's going to set it apart from all the other games that are tower defenses that are already out there, because nobody's doing what they're doing right now with the AR collectibles and the comics, so keep that in mind as well. And it's very, very early stages. So the Epiko marketplace here is still in beta. I can't get my wallet to connect, but on the 19th of June, this is supposed to go live. We'll see if they'll have everything fixed and all that good stuff so I can get my NFT on there. And I'm going to be hosting tournaments. And like I said in my prior video, I will be having tournament tickets to where you can buy on here for however much I want to do. And then all that, OMI, Epiko token, ETH, whatever it's going to be, is going to go into a pot. And I'm going to set a time and date. And if you don't show up, then you're going to forfeit your ticket. But those that are there, whoever wins, it'll be broke down to probably the top 3 players. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it quite yet. I'll see how this Epiko marketplace goes to evolve that to where it's fun and fair for everybody, and I think it'll bring a lot of good times to the game. So we will see. Now let's go ahead and jump into the Discord and what a lot of people were talking about. But let me go ahead and get a drink here right quick. All right. So this is kind of the controversy of what was said on you're only going to be able to get one NFT every 3 months for the people playing the game. And Peter Beater jumped in the Discord immediately after that announcement and said, anyone read the Season 2 winners criteria yet? It looks like straight garbage. I've only been playing for a month and now they shadow banning NFT winners for 3 months. An expensive game that penalizes hard work to hand out participation prizes. Old Burnt Turn Slick, I think you made a reference to this game being like real life before. The harder you work, the more they take. Old Burnt Turn Slick replied, this one hurts. I'm feeling it will incentivize players to be active for 1 month. Then what? Stop playing for 3? I don't know. We'll see. Gangadeep jumps in and says there is a... Oh, he's talking to somebody else. And then Peter Beater replies back to Gangadeep where he said, we will review this point and get back to you all. So they're reaching out saying, hey, we're looking into it. Maybe this wasn't basically a good idea. I don't know. It's just kind of me paraphrasing there. Peter Beater says, please do. It just seems like misplaced energy to penalize the players of everyone wants to beat. Effectively making us not want to play if you remove the incentives. Keep in mind, every month there's a new winner with your new layout. You will have new unhappy players. If you guys want participation trophies, then give those out. If you want winners, then don't give us reasons to stop playing. Maybe have NFTs for the top 10 if you're concerned the same players will get rewarded. I've played literally 1 month and got to second place. Maybe create other game modes with the ability to win NFTs that don't require so much screen time for people who can't play for hours each day. But the current way the game is set up, you have to be able to play a lot to be at the top. So why penalize this? No successful game has ever created a model that penalizes the best players, and that's illogical, and you won't entice new players that way. So to a degree, yes, I definitely agree with him. There's Old Burnt Turn Slick, I think, had almost 200,000 trophies at one point, and they make it to where it resets 30 or 40% of your trophies back to a certain point. So he's losing 40, 50,000 trophies at a whack. That is several days of playing at 8 hours a day. Even if it's 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, that is a tremendous amount of time that they're wiping right off the clock for people coming in to get up and catch him. So that is very much so. Ooh. All right, well, you got to show it, everybody, what you're just brought. What is this? Paws. Cheetah paws. You just going to leave them here? Okay, that's what a good fiance does right there. Brings me cheetah paws. Anyway, back to the point. Sorry about that. Old Burnt Turn Slick said some valid points. Ankatet said, sure thing. We heard you. We will check where we can have some alteration to make it more balanced for everyone. So this is what I always beat into every one of your heads every time I make a video, is that the team is very open to feedback. And that's why I'm always telling you guys, be sure to give that feedback. Let them know what you're thinking, because they will listen. Odds are they'll put it into the system and they'll evolve it, or we'll talk about it and get a good balance of, for them and for the players. So hats out to the team. Good job for giving that feedback. Peter Beater said, okay, just want to be clear that there's a difference between penalizing and balancing. So I definitely agree with that. They need to tweak that a little bit so that we're not penalizing those top players. And I think a lot of, my thought process into this is we're so early into this game, there's not a lot of traffic and people playing. So when that time comes and we get more adoption and the Indian culture gets in here and the celebrities and the advertisement, it's going to be a time where these monthly resets are going to kick in the full effect, and you're going to be playing so many people and so many good people that you're not going to be able to get 200,000 trophies. It's going to be so hard to win at a constant basis that it's just going to be just about impossible. So keep that in mind. We're looking at it now. They're looking months down the road. So they're going to have to adapt a little bit to that. And what's might not work now might work later on. So we'll have to see once we get more adoption. But I agree. Right now, we don't need to penalize people and keep that stuff moving. All right. So before we get into this, excuse me. Cresta, which is in the El Español kingdom, which is one of the better people I've actually played on this game. Very strong player, very smart, knows how to counter stuff, and is constantly evolving their deck. So shout out to you, Cresta, in the El Español kingdom. Bro, you also have to understand that it's not sustainable that these same players always take the rewards. So this is the other side from another point of view. Each time those of you in the top will have more and more trophies, since at the beginning of the season they only take away a percentage of the trophies. There comes a time when it's impossible for new players to fight to get to the top and have a chance to get a reward. Now, I do understand that, I do agree, but at the same time, this is those people that are putting in the time and the grind. You're penalizing them for putting forth the extra effort, where some people can come in and do minimum gameplay and getting the same reward where they're having to put in several hours. Now, there is the point where, I think old Burnt Turnslick lost like 40 or 50,000 trophies. And that is an incredible amount of time right there, right off the top, where I'm only putting in like 10 to 20,000 a month because I've got a job and all this other stuff. And yeah, I'd like to get rewarded, but at the same time, this dude has a job and spends a ton of time on there. So it's kind of hard to say which way or the other. I'm kind of more in favor of they should get some kind of reward, but we'll get into a little bit more of that here in a minute. I'll read some more. Jay-Z, Jay-Zon 87 should come in here more often. Good tips. Good job. Seems like it. Shouldn't the top players lose more? I mean, that's a lot of trophies. I mean, that is a lot of trophies. Well, let me do a little bit of quick math here. So once this game gets mass adoption, all right, so you've got 60 minutes is an hour, right? Okay. So even if you could just instantly go into a game, you're going to do 20 games in an hour, but you got loading times, you got all that other stuff. And this is once everybody's on this game playing constantly. You're not playing bots. It's going to be 20 games an hour, all right? So even if you get, what is it? I believe 20 trophies a game. That's 400 an hour, all right? 400 an hour. 400 an hour times 24. It's 9,600 trophies that you could get if you were on some kind of wild drug where you get 24 wins. 24 hours of gameplay worth of wins all day at 3 minutes. That's only 9,600. So what Burnt Turnslick got taken away from him is literally like 5 or 6 days of constantly playing. And oh my God. So yes, I understand both sides, but then again, why would you publish people or punish people that are going to be in there playing your game constantly, giving that challenge, and where you're actually playing people and not a bot, which we all want. Yeah, playing bots are nice, but at the end of the day, it's fun to play people. So hopefully you understand what I'm saying. But at the same time, they are pulling back trophies every month, and right now, as it is, old Burnt Turnslick could probably quit and still be the number one player for a month or two. But eventually he'll get knocked out because there's going to be another old Burnt Turnslick coming. And then there's going to be 2 Burnt Turnslicks. And there's going to be 10 Burnt Turnslicks. And then how bad do you want it is going to be if you're going to get that NFT or not. Something to just think about. Let's see. Where was I? I'm sorry. Get a little crazy there talking on a tangent. This is the only winner. Let's see, and only 5 winners. That's not much. This is only the winners of the top of the season. This is from Cresta. I guess they will also give prizes for winning tournaments and giveaways, etc. Peter Beater jumps in here. Not sustainable. LOL, my guy. Do you contact Xbox or PlayStation to tell them it's not fair that other people play more and win more than you? Have you played games where the best players are the losers? Just curious. I think the solution isn't a solution. It's a band-aid for bigger issues, and it will eventually only lead to more unhappy people. You've probably been playing longer than me, so I can tell you it's possible to get to the top. Again, if the game requires too much screen time for some to catch up, then there needs to be a different game modes where you can win prizes where this isn't so time demanding. I think I might have already read that. Peter Beater said I lost 20,000 cups. Old Burnt Turn Slick lost 40,000. But as I understand, the higher you are, the lower the percentage cups you lose. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look at that. I had 75,000, lost 20,000. How about you from old Peter Beater? Then I got in there asking about Epiko tokens this month and winners. For the winners and release of the coin. So that's another thing, is they said June we're supposed to be releasing the Epiko token, so hopefully we're still going to be on board for that. And you know, we're only the first weekend, but hopefully they reward the winners at the end of this cycle with some coins and we're able to buy it on the marketplace. So I don't know, we will see. Cresta replies back to Peter Beater with a not sustainable comment. I do not agree with the solution they have proposed. As I've already said, the fairest thing for me is that we all start with the same trophies each season so that everything is fair. Now, I got to thinking about that because I like to play devil's advocate on everything I do. And maybe they could do what they've currently got in place right now where you maintain your trophies. They keep the reset in there just as a top leaderboard, and you give premium NFTs for those people that do that. But maybe we could give a tiered down NFT for a monthly reset, where you've got the one we've got now, then there's an additional trophy count where everybody starts over 0. And then we can see who's putting that time in to grind every month for sure. Instead of saying Old Burnt Turn Slick says, all right, I'm done with the game, and then he's going to win the next few month NFTs because he's no longer playing the game, but he had so many freaking trophies, nobody had the time to catch up with him. But we could reward those people that had the monthly reset on top of it that could win some NFTs too. And then you could get those in-game rewards from that as well. So that was like one of the solutions I could see to maybe appease both sides, where we have the main one we've got now and then a secondary one. So be sure to tell me in the comments what you think about that as well and what other ideas you have. It is not a solution, but making people who spent this from Peter Beater. It is not a solution, but making people who spent all this time to lose their progress completely each month isn't a solution either. As I said, I think they need more modes, options for gameplay. I think there should be a season, which is totally combined cups as a running total. Then they could have monthly tournaments where you can start at 0. You can win in both modes, but your total cups for each tournament will add to your season total. This way you can play for a month and still win without penalizing hardcore players. So see, that's what I like. That's what I want to see on here is we have a problem. Let's find a solution, all right? Let's not just complain and gripe about it, but how can we come up with an in-game goal that's going to, make everybody happy? So that's one thing. That's a good idea, Peter. Glad you brought that up. Krista says season rewards are just that. Once the season is over, if you have fought to be one of the best, they will give you the reward. And so throughout the seasons. But it's not fair that during all seasons you have great advantage over other players. Each season is independent. I agree and I understand, but once there is mass adoption in here, this big trophy gap thing is just going to go away. It's going to be so hard and impossible. I just don't see it happening. Right now, it's just a small community, so keep that in mind. We got to look big picture here, but for a short term, we can definitely evolve and come up with some stuff. Peter Beater replied, nice, well, I've been playing for months, so I'm learning all this stuff as I go along. It just sucks because stuff I was told has been changing, but not for the better. So far, it has gotten more expensive. The game is going to be changing soon, and they penalize people who play hard, lol. So naturally, my first impression has been a roller coaster. Yeah, they definitely they've increased the prices of the crackers and the gold and gems and stuff you can get in the game. I kind of agree with raising it. I thought it was fairly cheap. Before, you could get a metal bomb and 7,000 gems for $10. And I was like, whoa, that's really cheap. That would basically get you a character to level 10, no problem, for $10. Now, that is a good point that I feel it is probably a little high now, but they see the numbers and I don't. So I don't know how people are buying it, but I can tell you right now for sure, since they've done that, like I've bought the $10 pack just to boost my cards. But since they've taken it to 50, there's like, nope. I won't put another dollar in the game because I just don't have it, first of all, to spend. And second of all, I feel like it would be more valuable to have smaller transactions that really paid out. And I'm not sure how that would look in the game. Maybe if they had it to where you could buy the codes to get you the NFTs, or like that you get with the NFTs to put in the game, because you can buy the NFTs now for like $100 and they give you 5,000 gems. They unlock the AR collectible in the game and give you some gold. So that's a pretty good value right there. So it just depends on if you're an NFT collector or you just like the game and you want to get the best bang for your buck. I'm not sure. I'll have to do the math on that. Maybe do another video kind of explaining and breaking that down. Chris says it's like if a soccer team after winning a tournament, the next tournament would give them many more advantages to win. So I kind of see where you're going there, but what works there don't work here. So, but yeah, that is a good point. If you just maintained your score throughout the season in football, that would kind of be interesting to see how that would play out. Peter Beater said it's not an advantage. You say it like it was handed to us. We played and earned it. So basically, we put in the extra work, and we should be okay to step aside and have participation awards for 6 to 10. Then what? 11 to 15? How about we just vote who gets rewards instead of playing to earn them? This was a play to earn game, right? Let's change it. Vote to earn or log in to earn. So this is kind of like, I guess what he's saying, if you give them an inch, they want a mile. So how easy do we want this to be? How easy do we want to hand out stuff? Is it just you log in and you get rewards and you get max 10 everything? I mean, at what point do you say you've got to grind to shine? You got to put in the time. So that's kind of what he's getting at. And Krista said another very fair option would be to give rewards to people who have won the most trophies during that season. Now, this is one thing that I've always said is it would be fun to see. Right now we have a trophies leaderboard. But what other leaderboards could we do? Who got the most wins in a season? That's a leaderboard. Who got the most 3 stars or 3 crowns? That's a leaderboard. Who got the best average time overall of beating? That's a leaderboard. So these are things that we can implement in the game that they can bring on to give more rewards. It doesn't have to just be old burnt turn slick with 9 million trophies. Let's think of other things they can do so that we can have a chance. Because his strength is that, but maybe we could come up with, all right, well, I can make a massive deck that's super fast and it's not completely the best, but maybe I can get the fastest time overall of anybody. Don't know. Just an idea. Krista says there is no need to reset trophies. Peter Beater said, I agree, and I think it's similar to what I was saying with the season, keeping all the trophies in the monthly tournaments. Most trophies in the month wins. It could even be staged in 3 tiers. Carry all trophies combined, season all trophies in a year, tournaments all trophies in a month. Each can have its own rewards. So that's what I like to see, solutions. Let's get them out there. They also have an ideas and feedback. Anything you have in the game you want to see, be sure to get in there. Let them know. They want to hear it. They want to evolve this game to, make everybody happy and be, beneficial. Jay-Z said, sounds like an interesting approach for play to earn. Peter Beater come in. Bottom line is, I'm not paid to make this game great. I'm not paid to report all the bugs and glitches. I'm not paid to market this game. And until this point, I'm definitely not paid in any way to play it. There's a ton of way better ways they can structure this game to make sense for people to want to keep winning in different formats to make it so everyone can win without screwing someone else. It is frustrating that the best idea that was suggested from the game side was that terrible. Out of all the ideas they took me 25 seconds to think of, they picked the path that penalizes the winners. I'm not just saying this because I'm high up in the ranks. I'm just saying this because even if I wasn't, I wouldn't like to play the game that penalized the best players. It's just competition for me. Venkatesh, the CEO of Epiko Regal. Peter Beater, this is a community-driven game, and we appreciate all your feedback and time given to Epiko Regal. Again, all our games are stakeholders who will grow along with us and hang in. We will get back with a lucrative solution for all players. So, like I said, they like to hear the feedback. They're saying we hear you. We're going to be looking into it. And odds are things are going to change real quick. All this, and then Venkatesh says, all this happened as soon as Old Burnt Turn Slick tweeted that he was going to break for 3 months. And that's pretty much it. I kind of got on there and said, hey, put yourself in the CEO's shoes. What would you do in the game to, reward players of, long-term player, not long-term, but people that put in many hours and people that can, only get a couple hours in or a couple games a day. Can we find a way to reward those? Be sure to put that feedback in the game and see if we can get a good idea going on how we can do this stuff. Now, I do have a couple questions for the team I wanted to go over right quick that I would like to get some answers on. Now, I don't know where it's at. I probably won't be able to find it in freaking time. So, Old Burnt Turn Slick here said, there is a rumor of cards going to a 15 eventually. Venkatesh, CEO of Epiko Regal, team will announce this soon. So, my question to you is, if the level cap goes to 15, right now it's 100K to get that card to level 10. I really hope it doesn't cost 200,000 to get it to level 11. I sure don't hope it's 400,000 to get it to level 12. Sure hope it ain't 100,000 to get to level 13. You see where I'm going? So, will you do a reset kind of where 15 to get the card to level 15 will be 100K, and then if you go from there 14, it only costs 80K, and so on, tier down? Or is it going to be it's 100K to get it to 10? Is it 100K to get it to 11? Is it 100K to get it to 12? Is it 100K to get 13? I don't know, but this is where I need everybody's feedback. Be sure to put in the comments, get on the Discord, let them know what you think. What should is 100K already too much for level 10? Do they need to knock that down to 50 and then go to level 11, make it 60, level 12, 70, so on and so forth? I don't know, but what is it going to look like? What is it going to cost to get a card total to level 15? That's my first question. People leaving the game early. So this has been brought up as well. If you're leaving the game early, it's kind of glitches the game out and you have to basically reset the game. And this is another tip. If you ever play a game and like your cards at the bottom don't load, odds are the prior game somebody left in the middle of it. And for whatever reason, they're aware of this issue and they're going to be working on resolving this in the next patch. But in order to get rid of that, you have to close your game out, go back in. So anytime somebody leaves early in a game, it screws that person up. So first of all, play the people. Get better. I don't care if your cards are low or not. Jump in there. You'll learn something, and it'll make you a better player. But how do we penalize those people? That's also something I want you to put in the comments. First thing that pops in my head is somebody leaves the game early. All right, fine. They get negative 15 trophies right off the bat. Somebody leaves the game early again. Within an hour, they lose 30 trophies. If it's still in that same hour, somebody leaves the game early, they lose 60 trophies. Somebody leaves the game again within that hour time frame, they lose 120 trophies. And it just keeps doubling every time they leave a game. You penalize people like that, they will stop leaving a game. Play the people. Now, however, there is a little bit of a level gap that we're going up against right now. Some people just hit level 9, and as soon as you do that, I believe you start playing level 10 people. So as time goes on, people get their stuff leveled up. We get more adoption. They're probably going to do a overall what level your cards are and try to match you up. But right now, there's just not enough people playing. So when you do play those level 10 people, use that opportunity to better yourself. What are they playing? How are they playing it? Yeah, you're probably going to lose, but I have lost to people with freaking level 7 and 8 cards because I thought I was going to roll them, but they were just that good. So it keeps us on our toes as well. But anyway, just a couple questions that I had. I kind of wanted to go over this stuff and everything. Be sure to, if you're needing a kingdom, join Omi 24/7. We are, I think, 49 to 50 right now. About every 3 days, I look at who's active, and if you're not active, you're getting the boot, because we want to better the community and build and come up with meta plays and all that good stuff. Yeah, I guess that's really it. I just kind of wanted to cover this. I didn't know it'd be this freaking long, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Get in the ideas and feedback in Discord. Jump in the general chat. Talk to us. Let us know what you want to hear, what you want to see change in the game, and all that good stuff. I've got a meeting coming up with Venkatesh in a couple of weeks, so if you got some questions you want me to ask him, we're going to be going over game growth and what we want to see, kind of bouncing ideas off each other and see what we can come up with. But anyway, until next time, we'll holler.